Hey, 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 y'all come on in. Y'all come on in. Let me introduce myself. I'm your man. I'm your pastor. I'm your coach. I'm your game time activator, your mindset negotiator. I coach you back to yourself when you separate from yourself so that you can operate as yourself. We out here getting it in, man. I know working on this weight release journey. And yeah, I need y'all to pray. I got to find me a better place to walk since I relocated, man. I ain't found the perfect place that I like to walk at. But it's all good. It is what it is, right? So one thing I'm learning, what the Bible says, sometimes you got to build an altar where you show up at. So I'm gonna have to make it happen myself. So y'all go ahead and let us know who's in the building. I can't see. I know somebody just said hey to me. So hey, hey, hey. I can't see the names. I can just see the post. I'll be able to see it on the replay. So I apologize if I didn't acknowledge you by name. But y'all share this out, man. We're on Instagram. I'm sorry, we're on Facebook. Both of our pages on Facebook, as well as YouTube. But y'all go share this out. Let them know we are in the building. And y'all know we've been teaching on this comeback season. We've been teaching on this comeback season. And believe it or not, we're bringing this thing to a close. God said he showed me. He already gave me the new word for the new year. We'll be releasing that shortly. But as we bring the comeback season to a close, hey, join me. Come on. We can do this, man. We can do this. And that's really one of the things we want to talk about today. As I was walking and I felt in my spirit, uh, and I just hear, uh, you can't make a comeback if you haven't started. You can't make a comeback for something you haven't started. And I want to encourage you. Thank you, Lord. I want to encourage you, first of all, I don't care what your scoreboard say. It's never too late until your game is over. As long as you got time on the clock, you are still in the game. As long as you got time on the clock, you are still in the game. And so, what am I saying? I know some people I've heard from, man, I wish I'd have started this earlier, or I wish I'd have did this and I did that. But guess what? You got time on the clock. You're still in the game. And when we first started teaching about the comeback, somebody asked me some time ago, about a year ago from now, how long does the comeback last? How long does the comeback last? And really good question. And my answer to them was, it depends on how far behind you are. Some of you all might be down 50 points, some might be 10, some just about 1 point. Well, I said some of your score might be even tied, right? Um, but that's as long as you put the work in and you stay on path with the assignment. I guarantee you'll make your comeback. Um, and what happens is we look at our scoreboard and we see that it looks like it's such a surmountable number that in our mind, in our reality, we say there's no freaking way that I can come back. So what do? We just say, oh, well, I'll just continue to do what I do. Well, guess what? You're going to continue to get the same results. And, the comeback is for anybody that's willing to receive and execute the plan. I'll say that again. The comeback is for anybody that will receive and execute the plan. Jesus had a conversation with the disciples uh, when they poured the oil on his feet. When they poured the oil on his feet, right? And what Judas say? Man, we could have sold that. We could have made some money off of that. What Jesus say? Yo, the poor you will have with you always. In other words, what Jesus was saying is, until everybody shifts and change your mindset, guess what? You're gonna always have some poor walking around with you. That they're always gonna be around. But until they're willing to change their mindset, tweak their game plan, call an audible, call a timeout, make adjustments. Guess what? You're gonna always have the poor amongst you, right? So the title today is really, um, you can't come back from something that you haven't even started. And I want to encourage you. You just got to start it. Outcast said it this way: get up, you got to get up, get out, and do something. Don't spend all your days trying to get high. Don't spend all your days making excuses. Don't spend all your days whining and complaining, right? We got to get up and get out and do something, right? That's the only way you're gonna win. That's the only way you're gonna make your comeback. That's the only way that you'll dominate, right? So how do you do that? Well, first of all, you got to tap in, reprogram your mind, and go back. One thing we talked about yesterday, some of us got to go back to our original manufacturer settings. How do you do that, man of God? How do I go back to my original manufacturer settings? Well, Psalms 23 says that the first thing that David said was, I've acknowledged that the Lord is my shepherd. So the first thing is we have to go to the manufacturer who designed you. God. See, God designed us. See, we spend too much time. I know we streaming on social media. I know we streaming on Facebook and YouTube. But watch this. I'm about to contradict myself. Some of us need to get up off of social media and quit allowing so many people on social media to reprogram us. I'm a coach too. Quit allowing all of the coaches to reprogram you. I'm a pastor. Quit allowing because some of us, we listen to so many different voices. We listen to so many voices. Well, it will have us walking around here all schizophrenic, right? So what happens, instead of going to the initial manufacturer, what do? We go to authorized agents and authorized dealers. Who is your authorized agents and authorized dealers? See, authorized agents and authorized dealers, they can perform. Watch this, y'all, right here. Authorized agents and authorized dealers can perform the work of the manufacturer. They can get you some knockoff parts. They can fix you. They can give you a word or whatever. They can go ahead and install in you some stuff, and you'll be fixed. You'll be ready to roll. But what happens is when you go to the authorized agent or authorized dealer, sometimes it will void your warranty. God help me, somebody. It will void your warranty. That's why y'all got to watch these cell phone chargers that y'all use. Apple and Samsung didn't authorize some of these chargers that we buying from Amazon or eBay or from the gas station. And what happens when you use those? Yes, they'll work. They'll serve a purpose. But what happens is it's not the one. It's not straight from the manufacturer. God. And when it's not straight from the manufacturer, it will void your warranty. So what happens? First thing is David said, hold up. I got to get into the presence and acknowledge that my manufacturer, who was God. See the pastors, your preachers, your social media, your coach. And again, I'm all three of those, right? But I'm not authorized for some of you all. I can give you a word, but truth of the matter is, some of us just need to take that. We need to take the Toyota to the Toyota dealership, and not take it to AutoZone. Well, I hope I wasn't supposed to get any sponsors off of this post because I done ruined several of them, right? You can't take your stuff to O'Reilly's when God intended for it to be taken to Toyota or Mercedes, right? I can't take a Mercedes to a Toyota dealership. Now, they might have a muffler, they may have a radiator, they may have a cup holder. But watch this. That might not be, but it's not branded for the manufacturer, Mercedes, of the car, right? So David, first of all, said, I must acknowledge that the Lord is my shepherd. So if you're going to reprogram yourself, you got to go to your manufacturer. So now what happens is, now when you go into the manufacturer, now what happens? Whew. So what happens next is, once we go to the manufacturer, what does he do? Because watch this, we sign off on the papers. Hey, I'm giving you authorization to go ahead and work on what I'm bringing it to for, right? So he says, Lord is my shepherd. And because of that, now I don't have to want for anything. Because what I'm bringing it in, myself is brought to the manufacturer. So now watch this, I ain't got to worry about no knockoffs. I'm getting the original parts. So what happens next? Then they bring you in, and God says, I'm going to make you lie down in some green pastures. In other words, if you're going to reset yourself, you got to sit yourself down and rest in the presence of God. You got to sit your tail down. And he says, I'm going to make you rest. I'm gonna quit have you going all schizophrenic and bouncing off this wall and bouncing off of that wall. No, I'm going to make you lie down in green pastures. Then the next thing he says, once you rested, once you're not all over the place, he says, now I'm going to lead you beside still waters. He says, I'm going to lead you beside still waters. What is he saying right there? I'm going to lead you to a place where I can speak to you. I'm going to position yourself where I can speak to you. And not only do I speak to you, but you're going to hear myself so clear. God help me, somebody. And then when I sit you there and I speak to you, and the thing that I'm going to speak to you is now positioning to you to be reset. What did he say? He restores my soul. So if you're going to make your comeback, you got to go through those processes of being restored back to your original manufacturer setting. So now, once you get restored back to your manufacturer settings, what are your original manufacturer settings? Well, if you go into Genesis chapter 1, verse 26, 27, 28, 29, somewhere in those places, he said, let us make man in our image. We got all that other garbage out of here. So now, let me make man in our image. See, when he restored your soul, he just wiped you clean. God. He reprogrammed your mind blank. So now he's speaking into you who you are. Let us make man in our image. Watch this. I'm going to go ahead and change your case. Your case is no longer going to look cracked. It will no longer have smudges. He said, watch this, because I have you in my image. In other words, I just worked on your exterior. Now I'm about to mess with your likeness, and I'm about to go into your interior. God, am I helping somebody? So now he did those things. So now he get hello. So now he downloads your original programming. What is your original programming? God says, I'm commanding you to dominate, to rule, and subdue, to be fruitful, and to multiply. I'm downloading some software into you that you're supposed to rule, subdue, dominate, be fruitful, and multiply. So now he downloads, I should have changed the title of this. Ooh, this is good right here. This is good. This is good. So now he downloads into you your original software back into your mind, into your spirit, into your heart. So now when you come out, you look at your current situation, you're like, oh, hell no. The hell with this. I ain't supposed to be living in Lodabar. I ain't supposed to be living in poverty. I'm not supposed to be living out of shape. I'm supposed to be living healthy. I'm supposed to be living prosperous. I'm supposed to win. I'm not supposed to play from behind. Why? Because something inside of me that God took out of him and to pour it into me, he said, hold up, something inside of you is going to trigger for you to dominate again, to rule again, to subdue again. God, am I talking to somebody? God says, I'm calling you to be what I put inside of you. So now what happens? Now God starts to surround you with the right authorized agent, the right authorized dealers that's speaking the same language, that's using the same parts, that's using the same conversation, that's using the same word, that's using everything that God intended for you to win. So, the title is, the title again is, you can't come back what you haven't started. Now that you've been reignited, start your comeback. Start your comeback. Start your comeback. This is your comeback season. This is your comeback season. Watch this. When you start your comeback, you'll see a shift in your mindset. You'll see a shift in your happiness. You'll see a shift in your joy. You'll see a shift in your money. You'll see a shift in your health. You'll see a shift in the atmosphere. You'll see a shift at your job. You'll see a shift in your business. You'll see a shift in those that you connect with. You'll see a shift in your circle. You'll start to see the shift of everything that you believe in God for. I promise you. Allow Him to reset you back to your initial manufacture setting. Success is in your DNA. Somebody put that in the chat. Success is in my DNA. Now, if you don't believe it, don't put it. But if you believe it, success is in my DNA. And for those that just came in, if I have not acknowledged you by name, I apologize. I can't see who's in here. I see comments, but it doesn't have the names. So I apologize if I didn't acknowledge you by name. But I dare some of you all to put success is in my DNA. Whew. God, Baba, yeah, success is in your DNA. Some of you all said this yesterday in service. If y'all haven't shared this out, share this out, man. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. No, I'm not on Instagram. Why I keep lying? I said Instagram. I'm thinking I'm at home. Facebook or YouTube. One of the things I shared in our service, some of you all, they're going to be expecting phone calls of those that may have wounded, hurt, left you, and they're going to come back to the front door. That's part of the comeback process. And two, and God says you're supposed to welcome them back and acknowledge them as well. Two, some of us need to make phone calls as well. Some of us need to make phone calls as well to those that may have hurt or wounded, or that we have hurt and wounded, right? And you're going to have to come in through the front door and just keep it 100. Why you walked away? And watch this. There's some people I got to call, right? There's some phone calls, not text message. There's some phone calls that I have to make as well to those that I may have hurt, bitter, maybe for no reason, because maybe they didn't stroke my ego or whatever when I needed them to. But that's part of the comeback process. That's a part of the comeback. Now I can see, there go my bro. What's up, PV? My bro, I can see the YouTube comments. I just can't see Facebook ones. What's up, bro? Love you, man. Proud of you. Appreciate you, bro. Proud of you, man. But I just want to encourage you guys, man. This is your season to make your comeback. This is your season to make your comeback, y'all. This is your season to make your comeback. Y'all stay connected to me. We got some new stuff we about to drop for the upcoming year when we release the word, and probably about in October, probably mid-November, we'll release the 2024 word that we're going to operate in. So other than that, man, that's my time. Again, I'm your man, I'm your pastor, I'm your coach. I'm your game time activator, your mindset negotiator. I coach you back to yourself when you separate from yourself so that you can operate as yourself. As always, man, we're excited. Share this out. Make sure you stay connected. You have a commitment from me. You have a commitment from me. I'm making this on global TV, that you all will see more of me this year. Not just in posts, but in videos as well. You all will see more of me out here doing this walking thing again. We fell off, but we back, right? We back. And I apologize to you all. I found out, I didn't realize that my walks was motivating many people. The word and the walk. So walking in the word, that's dope. But I apologize to you guys as well. And you have my commitment. Now, whether it's evening, afternoon, or night, that part I can't give you. But you will have more of me. So, hey, share this out. Invite people in. Let them know. Like and subscribe to my YouTube page. Love you all to life. God bless.